Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of I'm a Statman. I'm joined, as ever, by Andrew Dalton. How are you doing, Stats?
Very well, thank you. Very well. After the victory over Newcastle on what day was it? Wednesday, Tuesday. I've lost track of all days. Tuesday evening, I think it was. I wouldn't say a comfortable victory because it was quite nervy towards the end. But I thought defensively they showed up. Leeds after losing Llorente early on, and I feel sorry for the kid that he's just had so many injuries since he joined the club. But I thought game management was superb, and I have to say Rafinha just gets better and better and better game by game by game.
Seems to have found a real gem there, don't we? I think
we do, and I'm just very much looking forward to the Leicester City game. Obviously, without Jamie Vardy, who kind of tore Leeds to shreds a little bit, Ellen Road in the game back in October, whenever, I think it was October, November. So all mission to one at the moment. And yeah, I'm just very much looking forward to the game. I haven't got a great record at the King Power, which I'll come to shortly. But yeah, it's another opportunity to keep pulling away. Look, I don't think we're going to be involved in a scrap. I think having seen the games today or yesterday, obviously when this goes out, West Brom done with Fulham's the best result Leeds could have had. I think they're so far clear at the moment. If they get another 4 wins, I think you can just basically write the season and we can start again next season, all being well.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there was anything really that to take out of that Newcastle game that was other than Rafinha. I thought Rodrigo was relatively solid.
Yes.
Tyler Roberts, when he came on, looked relatively perky as well. But other than that, it looked a sort of a lazy performance. But if you can go and win games playing relatively poorly, then that's a sign of a side that's likely going to stay up.
And I think it was important just to get a bit of feel-good factor because the last 3 results haven't been great since sort of Tottenham, Crawley and Brighton the week before last wasn't the best performances, and I thought Brighton deserved the victory. However, Leeds got back on the horse and they've got a run of games coming up now. Leicester, obviously, then Everton, who were awful against Newcastle, and then they've got Crystal Palace on Monday night. So an opportunity just to gain more points. And I think they're soon looking at to the magic 40-point mark, which I think will be well in a race to keep Leeds in the Premier League. Leeds can then start looking at building for next season and possibly blooding some of the youngsters.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to touch upon one last thing on Newcastle, you got your first prediction right of the season.
I did.
Bang on the money. I was a bit way off at 4-1. I think I was probably slightly over optimistic, but yeah, no, bang on 2-1. Well done.
I have to say on that, I'm on Super 6 at the moment. I'm doing quite well on Super 6. I'm in the top of the league on both groups I'm in. So it's never easy to predict a Leeds game because you just don't know what you're going to get sometimes.
No.
But yeah, I thought it was a victory that Leeds needed, and they can go into the Leicester game now. I won't say the pressure's on us because we are so far clear of the relegation scrap. I don't think it'll be easy because I think Leicester play very good football and they're up there for a reason. But it's just another opportunity to go put performance in. And I think Leeds would have learned from the disappointment of the defeat against Leicester back early on in the season.
Yeah, and just while we're on predictions, then before we go into the likely lineups and stuff for tomorrow, what sort of prediction are you going to give for the game in terms of scoreline?
I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw tomorrow. I think we can give Leicester some problems. I think is it indeed he could be injured? I'm sure I read that somewhere. As one of the players that went down that's 50-50 tomorrow. So I think not having Vardy will help. Look, they've still got a lot of quality in that. I love watching Harvey Barnes. James Maddison, for me, has been one of the players of the season. I think he's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think he's so level-headed as James Maddison as well. But let's go and give Leicester some problems and let's try and get some foxhunting along the way. And I use that term very loosely.
Yeah, God. We'll... I'm going to go for a score draw as well. Not sure whether it'll be 1-1. I think there's probably a few more goals in it than that. I'm going to go 2-2. So yeah,
I'm a Statman.
How are we looking then in terms of lineups?
I think it'll be one change. I think he'll probably keep Click on the bench. I thought Click came on and he calmed the game down and he just relaxed Leeds a little bit. So I think it'll be Strike for Llorente. And I think that'll be it, really. I don't think there's need to have too many changes. I thought Roberts looked really bright when he came on. And I think if you play Tyler up front, he looks so bright. I think that's his natural position. So, yeah, I think that'll be the one change. And it gives Leeds an opportunity to go to the King Power and try and get 3 points. If not, try not to lose the game.
Absolutely. And you obviously already touched upon their sort of main man, Jamie Vardy, out injured. Tormented us at Ellen Road when they beat us 4-1 earlier. I think it was start of November. Absolutely tormented us. His movement was just, it was an absolute joy to watch if you were a neutral, not so much as a Leeds fan.
He's actually one of my favourite non-Leeds players. Him and James Maddison are a wow to watch at times. And the job that Brendan Rodgers has done at Leicester City, look, he did a great job at Liverpool and probably should have actually won the league at Liverpool, if I'm being honest. In 2013-14 when Gerrard slipped against Chelsea. I'm very impressed with Leicester. Look, they won the league 5 seasons ago, which is probably one of the greatest stories ever told in football history since the leagues began in 1888, 1889. So, yeah, it won't be an easy game, but let's go there, play a little bit with the pressure off, and let's see what we do.
I'm a Statman.
Absolutely. Right then. On to the good stuff, and what everyone joins us for, the weekly segment, that is where you give us some weird and wonderful stats. Where you got your nickname, I'm a Statman.
I've had to delve into the stats archive encyclopedia. The King Power will be Marcello's 40th different ground he's managed Leeds United on. Since he managed, obviously, I'm not including friendlies there. Obviously, Ellen Road was the first and Pride Park was the second in 2018-19. We don't have a great record at the King Power. Our one and only win there came on November the 6th, 2011, through an Adam Clayton screamer, past Kasper Schmeichel, who seems to have been there for a long, long time. I think he's obviously since left Leeds in the summer of 2011. And Leicester City have actually only done one double over Leeds United in the Premier League era. That was a back-to-back 1-0 victories at Ellen Road in September 97 and February 1998. So it's an opportunity. I'm just getting all tweets now from all my mates saying, and my girlfriend, this Leeds United quiz, thanks. And it's just, if Leeds can get to 29 points, it'll give them a great springboard going into the start of the second half of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it. We can both get our feet up now while the lads go out and give us 90 minutes of the best. Please do join us straight after the game for another instalment of Berardi and Coke, the aftermatch review, if you do get time. Thanks ever so much, as ever, Andrew. Look forward to the game.
No problem.
Thanks ever so much for your time. Cheers. Speak to you soon.
No problem. Cheers, Luke.
Cheers.
Take care. See you later. Bye.